The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Utsev, has confirmed the viability of the Ogwashi Ukwu multi-purpose dam for spin program and hydropower component. The committee who visited the facility says a comprehensive report will be submitted to the President on the status of the dams and others across Nigeria. Ikenna Amechi reports.
The minister, who is represented by the head Technical Subcommittee on Evaluation of Dams in Nigeria, Mrs. Abiola Oluwatosin, led the team to Ogwashi Ukwu Multipurpose Dam for an on-the-spot assessment. After inspecting the various parts of the dam, she gave a preliminary report.
So we have noted the height of the dam, the length of the dam. We have seen the spillway. Those many things will be put into consideration. We can see that the volume of the water here has been greatly reduced due to siltation. We have to sit down and conclude. The final findings will let us know what the government is going to do. That we are going to recommend this dam for a spin program and for hydropower component, depending on the volume of water. So that's what I've just seen now. This is an on-spot assessment. So we are going to sit down with other technical experts to conclude and give our recommendations. But it's a viable dam.
Located in the agrarian community in Aniocha South, the dam will help in irrigation of agriculture, water supply for communities, and hydroelectric power generation. But it is yet to be put to use as natives only go there to fetch water.
The dam, as it is complete. The uses to which the water is put to is a different phase. This dam is being constructed for the purpose of water supply, impounding raw water for treatment to supply water to Ogwashi Ukwu and the surrounding towns and communities. The water component is the responsibility of the Delta State Government because water supply is on the concurrent list of responsibilities in our country.
This 50-meter high and 280 meters long earth field of Ogwashi Ukwu multipurpose dam has 4 million cubic meters of capacity reservoir, and when all the phases are completed, can serve over 60 communities, addressing the water shortage in this part, and of course has the capacity to generate 1 megawatt of electricity. Ikenna Amechi, TVC News, Ogwashi Ukwu, Delta State.
And the federal government has embarked on training of farmers in the southwest region on irrigation farming system in order to boost food supply and create employment opportunities. The training was coordinated by the Ogwashi River Basin Development Authority. Senior reporter Kazimolowe reports.
Despite the availability of water, many farmers in the southwest Nigeria lack required skills, tools, techniques and financial strength to embark on all-year-round farming through irrigation. But now the federal government, through the Ogwashi River Basin Development Authority, has organized a skill acquisition program for more than 200 farmers under the Water Users Association selected across the catchment areas of the authority for a special training on irrigation farming. The managing director of the Ogwashi River Basin Development Authority, Adediji Ashiru, said President Bola Tinubu's administration is committed to providing food security in Nigeria.
His agenda on food security to ensure there is food in the nooks and the cranny of this country, and that's one of the reasons we've carried out this training to empower the farmers across the southwest to ensure there is food security all year farming.
He assured the farmers that the federal government will support them with inputs, fertilizer, tools and other things that will make them succeed. He said the federal government is building new dams and complement it with irrigation farming to enhance food security in the country.
There are quite a lot that will be supporting the farmers. We are doing irrigation projects across the southwest. All this is only made possible by Mr. President. We are building dams. We are building 7 dams in 2024. these dams that you are building, in the past, they built dams without irrigation. But in the era of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we are building dams at the same time also having irrigation projects.
Participants and other key players in agriculture and water system management in attendance appreciate the gesture of the federal government. They claim that with all year-round farming across the country, Nigerians will grow what they eat and the economy will be better. Kazim Olowe, TVC News, Abeokuta.
Now let's take you to Benue State, where Governor Hyacinth Alia has suspended the Attorney General and the Commissioner for Justice and Public Order, Fidelis Imyim, for joining states challenging the establishment of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission. Addressing journalists after the State Executive Council, Governor Alia wondered why Benue State joined the League of States challenging the EFCC and the ICPC, with which he said are working to help his administration recover funds allegedly diverted by the past administration. For more on this, let's speak to Senior Special Assistant to Governor Hyacinth Alia on media, who is joining me via Zoom. Thank you so much for joining us on TVC News this time. One would wonder, okay, he's actually joining us on phone, I understand, but one would wonder why we had Governor Hyacinth Alia, suspending the Attorney General based on the fact that he states that are challenging the establishment of the EFCC and the ICPC Act. Could you shed more light on this for us?
All right, good afternoon. I can hardly hear you. I can hardly make out what you're saying.
Okay, so what I was trying to ask, let me put a question again. I was trying to find out why the governor suspended or decided to suspend the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice on this matter of the establishment of the ICPC and the EFCC Act. Was it that actions were taken without any recourse to the government's position or opinion on this matter?
Yes. First of all, I am Solomon Yopim, and I'm the technical advisor to the Benue State Governor on Media, Publicity and Strategic Communication, not the Senior Special Assistant. And then on the matter of the Attorney General of the State and Commissioner for Justice and Public Order, Barrister Fidelis Imyim, and the suspension by the government. The man was not suspended based on his incapacity or his inability to think through his decisions. He was suspended based on his non-revertal to His Excellency and the Executive Council over a matter as serious as this. The governor has always made his stance that the EFCC are in the forefront of helping the state recover some looted funds by past administration. Since he came on board and governor, has been doing everything possible to ensure that he brings the state to a place where it ought to be in terms of development and all of that. And some finances were taken away from the coffers of the government by the past administration. And so he has been using the EFCC, he has been using the ICPC in an attempt to recover his money so that he can add them to the value of developing. And so you can imagine that you're using a budget to achieve certain things, and then on the other hand, you are suing for the scrapping of such a body. I don't think that makes sense completely. And so he was angry and he was not happy over the fact that the commissioner would not revert to him or to the State Executive Council over a matter as serious as that.
Interesting. But then looking at the fact that he wasn't the only one that joined this suit against the EFCC, the establishment of the EFCC and the ICPC, there are about more than 15 other states as initially instituted by the Kogi State Attorney General. Do you feel that...
I don't understand why the line is cracking, whether you're far from the phone or something. I can make out what you...
Okay, I'll try to project. I guess it's just the network issues. But then I'm wondering why he had to be scapegoated, because he is not the only one. Benue State will not be the only state that had joined this suit. challenging the establishment of the ICPC and the EFCC. Do you not feel that the governor could have handled it, differently rather than suspending the Attorney General of Benue State?
Well, as you said, we are Benue State. There are 19 other states I learned that are challenging establishment of the EFCC is Section 12 of the Nigerian Constitution. And these are matters of sections from different states. They have different understandings of it. They may have their reasons for doing that. But the state, Benue State, as an entity, is saying they're not part of it. And if you wanted to get involved in that, of course, you will revert to His Excellency. And he's saying he's not aware of that. That's where the problem is. So even 20 or 30 or 50 other states were involved in the suit. And Benue is an exception. And he has made it clear that Benue is not part of the suit. And so this is a matter of discipline and due process. There are other governors or other leaders who let certain things go.
That's right.
But the governor of Benue State is the one who stands for discipline, who stands for due process. Now, in as much as you're given an appointment and you're given the liberty to operate as one who handles such an appointment, you also have responsibility to revert to your principle, to revert to the state.
All right, Mr. Lopez.
And you're not a lone person in this. The governor would say, you're not a lone wolf.
That's
so
right.
Discipline and due process, these are watchwords for all appointees of His Excellency.
Right, Mr. Lopez, your point is made.
The importance of that. It doesn't matter what position you're holding. You have your responsibility.
Your point is made, Mr. Lopez.
You must revert.
Your point is made, actually. And I believe that the Benue people will definitely, review this decision by the governor, as to whether it was the right thing to do or not, following the fact that other states are also involved in this matter. Technical advisor to the Benue State Governor on media, publicity, and strategic communication.